What's going on, guys? Welcome to this week's meal prep. I'm not gonna waste any time because I like to just cut to the chase with these meal prep videos. So let's just get into it. First, you're gonna see all the groceries, then you're gonna see the meals, and then we're gonna get into the actual prep. As always, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think of this video by leaving feedback, comments. It's all helpful. And now I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna get into it. As always, if you're new to my channel, here's a quick shot of all the groceries as well as the meals. You can find a full list of them in the description also. So, if you want to know what's in each meal, grams, ounces, and then the calorie breakdown, so the protein, carbs, fats, total calories, all of that is in the description. So make sure to check it out. I hope it helps. I'm also going to be doing a little voiceover for this prep, as I think a lot of people, find that helpful. So I'm starting off with my chicken, and I'm going to season it with this Baja Chipotle marinade. When it comes to marinade seasonings, you guys can use whatever you want. This is just what I went with this week, and I'll also be using it for the fish, but yeah, I just diced it up and then marinated it. Then I'm gonna go over to my skillet, which is at a medium-high heat. I'm gonna add these strips of chicken, which are for me, and then Alex prefers his to be cut up. He's a little high maintenance, let's call it. But yeah, because if it was me, I would just, cut them up into slices and then just bake them in the oven. But this way they get a nice sear on them when you cook them on the skillet. They do taste a little bit better. It's not the technique that you guys have to use, but it's the technique that, I'm going with, and I'm not cooking them all the way. I'm just getting a nice sear on it. I'm putting them in this large roaster pan, and then I'm going to bake them in the oven. And then I just repeat the process until all the chicken is cooked. It does take, again, a little bit longer doing it this way, which is why it's not really my preferred method, but Alex likes the way it tastes. I'm prepping for him, so I'm gonna try to appease him a little bit because he does pay for his preps as well. But now I'm moving on to the chicken sausages. I did not put the chicken in the oven yet because I'm gonna bake these, at about the same time. But I'm putting the chicken sausages in another large roasting pan, and then I just put some extra virgin olive oil in there. I like the way that it tastes, and then it's also gonna give it a nice texture, or it helps them to crisp up. I'm gonna bake the chicken sausages at 400 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes, and then with about 20 to 25 minutes left, I'm gonna add the chicken and let that cook the rest of the way. Now it's time to start cutting up some vegetables. So if that's your thing, I know people out there like to watch other people cut up vegetables, you are in for a treat. So just enjoy. I'm gonna cut off the voiceover for right now, and I'll be back in a few. When it comes to seasoning the peppers, I'm going pretty basic. I'm just using extra virgin olive oil, black pepper, and salt. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You guys can use whatever seasonings. You can use some additional vegetables. The world is your oyster. You can mix up these recipes, change them up however you would like. But then I'm gonna bake them in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes, and those are done. Then I'm gonna move on to the broccoli. You guys have seen me cut up broccoli hundreds of times probably. But yeah, I just wash it, I cut it up into little pieces, and then I'm also gonna season it just the way I seasoned the peppers. And I'm gonna bake them at the same temp, 400 degrees, and for the same amount of time, 12 to 15 minutes. So again, exactly the same as the peppers. But now I'm gonna cut off, and I'll be back once I'm done with the broccoli. As I'm finishing up the broccoli, I also did want to say, so these voiceovers that I do are almost like a commentary. I do them as I watch the video or edit the video. So just for your information, that's how I do these voiceovers, and they do take a little bit more time. but I think you guys enjoy them. And if you do, let me know by hitting the like button, sharing them. Watch it like 10, 20 times. Just let it play in the background. Just get the views up. I appreciate it. But yeah, now I'm going into some onions. So the red onion is going to be for the fish tacos, just dicing it up finely. And the white onion is going to be for the breakfast casserole, which will be coming later in this video. And for the white rice, I believe it was 3 cups. I must have not been edited right. I don't know. But yeah, I did like 3 cups of rice and then 6 cups of water. Put it in the rice cooker, let it go. And now I'm moving on to the corn. So I bought frozen corn this week. I'm going to do like a frozen corn and rice mixture. So I just got some boiling water, and then I just followed the instructions on the bag. I added the bag of corn, and it cooks for 5 to 7 minutes. And then I'm gonna drain it, strain it, and add it back to the pot. Because then I'm gonna add some rice here in just a second. There we go. I'm adding 2 cups of rice to my corn. So it's like a rice and corn mixture. It just sounded good. I've already tried it once this week. It is good. I added some lime as well, but I'm about to add some chili powder, which I think was a mistake. Yeah, the chili powder, I would not add this if I were you. I've never made it before, but again, I have already tried this meal this week. It is delicious, except for that chili powder comes in strong. But then I'm adding just some basic salt and basic pepper. If you guys have like a corn and rice like mixture that's somewhat healthy, go ahead and send me the recipe. I love seeing the recipes you guys have, or you come up with. You guys send them to me. I check them out. I add them. I make them. They're usually pretty good. So yeah, send me one. But now I'm going to thaw out the Mahi fish, which I've never made on this channel. This is the first time I've ever made it before, so I'm just thawing it out in some water. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'm going to place it on a baking pan with some tin foil. And then here in a few moments, I'm going to add some seasoning. Look how beautiful they look. So I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil. Just kind of toss them around a little bit in that oil. It's going to give them a nice texture, help them crisp up a little bit, and I just love my extra virgin olive oil. Then I'm going to add some of the Baja Chipotle marinade, and again, toss them around, or, spread it around on each piece of fish to cover them. And then once that's done, I'm going to add some pepper. No salt to the fish. The marinade has a salt in it, or, it gives it a salty flavor. Anyways, but then I'm going to bake these at 375 degrees for, I believe it was 18 minutes. 18 to 20 minutes is what I did. And then I'm going to move on to the breakfast casserole. I am making it slightly different, so I put some extra virgin olive oil in the pan. I got the different type of shredded potatoes this time. And I'm adding salt, pepper, and cayenne pepper. They came out spicy. I added a little bit too much cayenne pepper. Again, I've had these meals already once or twice this week, but they came out really well. It is good. And cooking the potatoes before I add it to the glass baking dish, it gave the potatoes, more texture, a better flavor, I think, than just putting them in there thawed. And then I'm gonna saute is the proper term. Saute up the onions, and then I'm gonna put the turkey sausage in there and cook that as well. Cook it till it's brown. It's on a medium-high heat. Should take about 10 to 12 minutes or so. There'll be no brown, no pink on the inside. I mean, there's not really any pink anyways, and people are gonna be like, wow, that looks gross. Why does it look so gross? It's because it's turkey sausage. It just looks a little bit weird, but it tastes good. I can assure you of that. Then I'm going to strain out any of the grease, add the turkey sausage to the potatoes, spread it around evenly, get all those coated. Looking good. If you guys have not made this yet, you need to. I already have a video on it. So the first time I made this recipe, I used 2 eggs. This time I used no eggs, only egg whites. So half a cup of milk, and then 1 3/4 cup of just pure egg whites. And I bought the carton one because I don't want to separate, that many eggs. That's just a lot of work. Egg whites in a carton, it's just easier. But then I spread it over the turkey sausage hash brown mix, and then I'm adding cheese. Don't be shy with the cheese either. Just add the entire bag. It's so good. But then I'm going to put tinfoil over the baking dish, throw it in the oven at 375 degrees for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to remove the tinfoil and bake it for an additional 10 minutes, again with it just uncovered. And then it's done. Now it's time to weigh out all the food. If, again, you're new to my channel, all of the meals, the macros, the protein, carbs, fats, the ounces of each item, all of that is in the description. Then let me answer some of the common questions that I get. How do I reheat the meals? Or how long are the meals good for? How do I store the meals? Stuff like that. So I store all the meals in the fridge. They're good for, 5 days usually. Sometimes I'll eat them on the 6th day. I usually don't eat meals that are 7 days old. It's just, I don't like to. And then for reheating them, I almost always reheat them in the microwave. Sometimes I'll take them out of the containers and I'll reheat them on the stove with some extra virgin olive oil to add additional flavor back. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll let you watch the rest of it. Don't forget to leave feedback, hit the like button, share it. Like I said, watch it 10 times, 20 times. Just let it play in the background. And I appreciate all your guys' support.